Well, hello everyone. As Lydia waves hello as well, thanks for joining us on our Coats to Quebec pre-field ministry vlog. We're kind of going to do something a little different maybe. Hope it'll be exciting and a blessing to you. A while back, you probably noticed from the intro, I got a drone. And I have a good camera for video, so we kind of wanted to throw together some videos, just a little something for you to know how our travels are going. We're heading to Alberta and Saskatchewan over the next couple months. We have some meetings. We're here in windy Kamloops right now. Fortunately, it's warming up. Spring's right around the corner. But we wanted to kind of do some videos, keep you updated on how things are going, how you can pray for us, and hopefully it'll be something enjoyable to watch. You'll get some good clips, something for you to enjoy and follow along with us, know how you can pray for us. Hopefully it'll be a blessing to you. So thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoy. Well, this is the day. Leaving home. Car's all packed up. There's Lydia. There's his smile. Such a sweetheart. Woo! It's one packed car. Well, here we are. We're all packed up. See all our stuff back there, and there's Lydia. I don't know if she'll look and smile, but she's there. She's pretty happy. We're here, we're packed up, we're ready to go. Friday, March 5th, hitting the road, leaving British Columbia. So thank you for following along with us, and thanks for praying for us. Well, day 2 of travel. We've left Kamloops. We are now on our way to Hinton, Alberta. We got about 5.5 hours of driving ahead of us. Taking a little break, and Mama's driving this now. Here we are, just passing through Barriere. Beautiful interior BC, which this little one's a little bit too young to appreciate yet. But at least we can appreciate her being a happy little girl. That's what we're off to today. Hopefully you'll enjoy some of the scenic clips of this beautiful British Columbia. Here we are now in Hinton, Alberta. We had a safe drive through the mountains, got our table set up for our first meeting tomorrow. We're here at Hinton Baptist Church. We're really excited to be back in person in BC. It's pretty shut down, so we're excited to be in person. We're here Saturday night kind of getting things set up, trying to get the presentation going. Technology is always fun, but we know we can figure it out. Looking forward to having a great meeting tomorrow. So thank you for joining us. Thanks for praying for us. Well, just behind me here, you can see the beautiful snow-covered Rocky Mountains, and it was through those mountains just a couple days ago that we drove through on our way here to Hinton, Alberta. It's a pretty small town, a nice small country church. We're really enjoying our visit here with them. It's been so encouraging to see people excited about missions, about having missionaries through, and just an active, excited church. You know, this church has told us that we're the first missionaries they've had be in their church and have a meeting in about 2 years. Now, they've had missionaries come through, and some stop by on their way to the bigger churches in the city, but not a lot of missionaries have stopped through for a meeting. So I'm praying that through that we could be a blessing and an encouragement to this church. They've been such a blessing to us, and we want to be a blessing to them as well. Now, with Baptist Missions to Forgotten Peoples, though deputation is what we are currently doing, traveling, raising support, with Baptist Missions to Forgotten Peoples, we call it pre-field ministry. Because before we get to the field on Quebec, and we're going to be a ministry there, helping in a church, one day starting a church, you know, we're to be a ministry to these churches that we're at. We're not just going to take and to get from churches, but we're going to give and to be a blessing. So something I wanted to do through these videos that we're doing to keep you updated on our travels, how you can pray for us, is I want to have each pastor kind of give a prayer request, how you can pray for them and pray for their church. Hoping that it'll be a blessing to them and that you will join with us in praying for these churches, that you won't just watch these videos and go on, but you'll pray for us and you'll pray for these churches. Some of them need encouragement. Some of them need the encouragement to just keep on and stay faithful through these challenging times we're facing. So as these pastors come on every week and give a prayer request and introduce themselves, their churches, would you please remember to pray for them so that you can be a part of our ministry as we travel, as we raise support on pre-field ministry, being a ministry to churches.
Good afternoon. My name is Shane Davis. I pastor the Hinton Baptist Church in Hinton, Alberta, Canada, and it's a privilege to be able to speak to you. We're hosting Brother Josiah Coates and his wife and their dear little Lydia, and having a great time getting to know them. They are missionaries heading to Quebec, and we want to try our very best to encourage them and to help them along the way as they serve the Lord with their life. Brother Coates asked me if I would just to introduce myself. Of course, I've done that. We've been here for almost 13 years in Hinton and almost 14 and a half years in Canada. And we have loved every minute of it. And Brother Coates asked me also if I would share a prayer request with you, how you can pray for us here in Hinton. And on the top of the list, number one on the top of the list is revival. And I know that many pastors across Canada, around North America, around the world, many are praying that God would stir His people, that our hearts would be set afire for Christ and Christ alone. And that has been one of my watchwords here in Hinton since day one, is revival. Not something that we cook up, not some sort of emotional something that's sort of a flash in the pan, but God breathing on His people and God moving on His people. If you could please join with us, that the Lord would revive His work and that God would be glorified. If you could pray with us in that way, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you would, just something I was thinking about this afternoon, the last words of Peter as he spoke and as he wrote and as he gave what God gave to him. He says in chapter number 1, 2 Peter chapter 1 and verse number 12, "Wherefore I will not be negligent to put you always in remembrance of these things." And he goes back and he tells what those things are, to add to your faith, virtue and knowledge and all of these things. And if you lack those things, you can't see afar off and you become fruitless and things like that in your Christian life. He says, "I won't be negligent to put you in remembrance of these things, though ye know them, and be established in the present truth. Yea, I think it meet, as long as I'm in this tabernacle, to stir you up by putting you in remembrance." And friends, that's the same thing as revival, getting stirred up, remembering what God has done for us. It's easy sort of to get stirred up, but to stay stirred. Won't you pray with us, please? Pray for me as I try to pastor this church and as I try to know God's mind and God's will for His work here in Hinton. That one, we would be stirred up, but two, that I would stay stirred. Would you pray with us, please? God bless you.
Well, hopefully you've enjoyed that first video, seeing our travels, how things are going. Definitely beautiful country here in Canada. It's called beautiful British Columbia. And of course, all of Canada is beautiful. But hopefully you'd enjoyed that. And I hope you'll get a heart to pray for Canada, to pray for laborers in Canada. There's such a need for churches and for missionaries and for preachers up here in Canada. So would you, after these videos, be reminded to pray for laborers up here in Canada. Pray what you could do for the need in Canada. Thank you for joining us. Hope you'll enjoy these. Have a great day.